I'm very much a person that's analysis paralysis. I used to think I was an aim, fire person. Now I realize I'm much more of an aim. And that's it.
If you don't fire the shot, how would you ever know if your sights are right?
His name is Russ. He bought that mic. And now he's got a podcast show.
Right now, actually, the main one we're in, it's a co-living mastermind we joined last December. I'll give a plug for Mr. Sam Wiegert, co-living mastermind. We joined that, and it's been pretty good. It is kind of, this was also a leap for me. Harris can attest. I was probably thinking about it for months, and Harris was like, let's just do it. Just freaking do it. And I think there's a lot of power in, spending money to be around people that are trying to achieve a difficult thing.
Right.
Everybody's struggling through it. Some people are a little bit farther than you, so they can help you. Maybe you're a little bit farther than somebody else, so you can help them.
Right.
We'll probably join other masterminds in the future for sure. But this has been a very good experience. And actually, we had no idea this was going to happen. But because of what we did, house hacking, co-living, having a few houses now, we've actually started coaching now too. So pretty cool. We are coaches within the group to help other people. So it's been an interesting journey. We didn't plan for that, but
they kind of asked us because we were very active in the group. So as long as you join a group and you're very active, you'll get the value out of it. So we joined the group, we started posting a lot, started asking a lot of questions, having calls with people, and eventually they realized we scaled to the point that we are now in 1 year, less than 1 year really. So they recognized that and they said, hey, would you guys be interested in helping some of the new people who are joining the group so that they're not left behind? Like no one left behind is what our call is dubbed.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the coaching gets criticized a lot, but to me it's a natural evolution of what we do. Is once you get good at something, then helping other people is just natural. And getting paid for it is not a crime. I mean, I paid a fortune for coaching, and I'm glad I did. So
it is an interesting feeling now because this is the first time in my life that I've ever really made any money outside of my job. Right. And it's interesting because other people are like, especially in our mastermind and outside, they're like, how did you do that? And it's like, wait, this is valuable information. So it's interesting. So we're getting ready to join another mastermind. We're thinking of a few other things. The next one might be something like commercial real estate. That's something that's also on my mind, especially since you guys are talking about it at the REI groups and stuff like that. It's like, maybe we should do that. So
tell us about that difference between the two.
Oh, yeah.
So we were at my house. Before we launched the property, we decided that we were going to install a UFI deadbolt on the front door. And so we had to go and take the old deadbolt off. So Paul did that. I went over, he went over, and he sat at the door and started taking the old deadbolt off. And later on, I come back over there, and he still hasn't installed it yet. And I'm like, what's going on, Paul? He said, it won't fit. I'm like, what do you mean it won't fit? It's a deadbolt. It's their standard sizes. And he said, well, this old door, the part that slides into the side of the door, the actual deadbolt part, it wouldn't slide in.
It just won't fit.
It just won't fit. And I said, he said, I guess I'll just have to send it back.
Yeah, so I started boxing it up. I was like, I'm going to send it back. It doesn't fit, whatever.
I was like, no, we're not doing this. So I went to grab... I didn't have a rubber mallet with me, so I grabbed a puffy jacket because it was the middle of winter, and I grabbed my hammer and I just started like hammering the deadbolt into the door. And he was like, "Okay, I guess that's how Harris gets things done."
Yeah.
So
you just need a bigger hammer.
Yeah. So that's the perfect description of the difference between Harris and I. I'm very measured. I want to be very careful about everything, and if it doesn't fit, that's okay. And Harris is just like, I'm gonna force this square peg into the round hole.
Paul said this will never work, and Harris said it will if you hit it with a hammer.
Exactly. Yeah. Which I think is probably the best partnership you can probably ask for. So.
Yeah.
I grew up in construction, and there was always job site term, the BFH. The big fucking hammer. Give me the big fucking hammer. We'll hit it with the BFH.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I don't feel so bad for saying ass earlier.
Yeah.
Oh no, language is fine. Apparently hand gestures are a problem, but
Yeah.
language is fine. YouTube doesn't mind language
Great.
Yeah.
within reason.
So here's something I've also noticed, especially in our co-living group. Only something I've noticed in myself that I've now noticing in other people is I'm very much a person that's analysis paralysis. I used to think I was an aim, fire person. Now I realize I'm much more of an aim. And that's it.
Never fire.
So now I'm seeing that pattern in other people in our co-living group, and thank God for Harris, because I'm realizing there are some personalities like me that are probably just never going to do anything, and you need to partner with somebody who's going to push you over the edge.
Or get a.
I mean, you could like beat yourself over the head and say, I'm going to do this, but it's just easier. Just find somebody else, just partner with them. It's just a million times easier. Especially real estate. You need somebody else, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. It's interesting, you being an engineer, my father's an engineer. He's also a champion marksman from the Army in the 60s to, I guess he's 81, so his eyesight's not quite there anymore, but long-range bench rest rifle shooting. And so what you do there is you ready, fire, and then aim. Because you don't know what you're doing wrong, you can't correct. If you don't fire the shot, how would you ever know if your sights are right? So I said that to him jokingly, like ready, fire, aim. He was like, no, it's ready, aim, fire. And then I said, no, think about what you do. You aim, you ready, aim, and fire, but you really don't know what's going to happen until you fire.
Yeah.
You can aim all day, but you take that shot and you have another round and you say, I was low, I was high, I was left, I was right, and you zero in. My brother and my father and my sister are fantastic shots, and I'm not. I have a personality flaw where I can't pay attention that closely. But that to me is a great analogy, is you got to fire a shot. And it's like, well, that was way off, but now we can dial it in. How do you dial it in if you don't take a shot?
Yeah, that's kind of brilliant. I mean, that's kind of what we did. We built this house.
Well, that's what made me think of it. Is it's very much what you did.
Yeah.
Is, well, that wasn't, and it's what we all do. It's like, well, that didn't work out the way I planned, but it was only off by, and it was off in this direction.
Yeah.
But if you never pull the trigger, it's like the thing we talk about in the masterminds. You can't steer a parked car.
Yeah.
You can turn the wheel all you want, but you're not steering a parked car. And if you're firing a rifle, you're going to have to take a shot and see where it lands.
100%.
And I'm talking about shooting targets, not people, by the way.
Yeah.
We've definitely done that through this process. I don't think it doesn't matter how much you research. I don't think you can really ever understand the process of doing something until you actually get your hands dirty and start doing it.
Yeah.
One, a key from the beginning of our conversation here. Sorry, Ryan, I smacked the mic again. Get my hands going. From near the beginning of our conversation, you didn't understand how to flip a house. You didn't understand how to help your friend. You really didn't understand. You couldn't be expected to. But you partnered, and you were very fortunate that your sister and her wife are brilliant and have done it for many, many years. But you were smart enough to say, let's partner on this. You took on the role, and typically as the new partner, you're going to do most of the work. But, I mean, the reward was sweet.
Yeah. And the reward for just doing it was sweet, right? Because then I got to learn.
You get to learn, and in that case, you made a pretty good profit, and you got to learn things. And I also think that built up your go for it muscle. You know what I mean? Like, now you're not afraid to take the shot, because that one worked out pretty damn well. So don't be afraid to take that next shot. And then, speaking personally, I'm having to make a lot of corrections right now because things are different.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing the same thing. You have to really, but you don't know until you take the shot.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit different from Paul in this regard, simply because I went through a really rough time in my life. where I didn't have anything. Like I didn't have nickels to rub together. I lived with an addict for about 5 years, so I didn't
wow.
have anything during that time period. So at this point in my life, I'm like, if I am completely broke, I'll be in a better situation than I was then. So there is nothing to lose. Just
Right.
take the risk and see what happens. And if
Right.
it doesn't turn out well, that's fine. I'll be okay. I'll brush it off. I'll get up and I'll do it again. I'll try something else.
Man, I'm about to tear up here. I love that.
Yeah, to me that's it's crazy because like I saw my dad, especially after my mom passed, with struggling his whole life trying to raise kids on his own. So
Yeah.
going to zero is like terrifying. That is
Yeah.
terrifying. I could not even imagine.
Right. But when you've been there, you know, now at least you have an emotionally stable, physically healthy partner
Yeah.
that you can both right, you can both cry in your coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
But at least you're not alone, or worse than that, being dragged down
Yeah.
by something. So that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.